watching Capital Jazz TV. I'm Angela Stribling, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Capital Jazz Festival with Kirk Whalum.
What's going on, Angela? Wow, you guys are just rolling forward into the future.
25 years.
That's so awesome. And I remember the very first time I played this festival was with Bob James.
Really?
It was. And, just a kid from Memphis, but by way of Houston, opened a concert for him. And next thing I know, I was on the road with him. And this festival was a big deal for me. We played Blues Alley the first year I played with him, and then the second year, here I am celebrating now with you guys, 25 years.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And you've been a part of this festival for many years.
Many years, and I'm grateful for that. I never, ever take it for granted. Yeah, and I'm hoping that I left the audience today thinking that this guy really is excited to be here.
You know what, Kirk, whenever you play, it's very obvious that you love what you do. I love your gospel vibe, I love your jazz vibe, your R&B, whatever it is that you're doing. And I love your new project, Love Covers.
Hashtag Love Covers is a project that we wanted to do. The same thing I did with For You, which was a really fun CD, just all covers of songs. But we did a project of covers of gospel songs, including a little Stevie Wonder and a little Beyonce and a little other things. But hashtag Love Covers is, the concept is that, we're in an age where we're considering who should be covered. And I think everybody should be covered. And I think God agrees with me. And so God says, yes, my love covers you. Now let's make sure you guys cover each other.
I love that.
That's what it's about.
And, that name, Love Covers, it kind of says a few things.
And hashtag Love Covers, we're hoping people will use that hashtag and say, well, this is what that means to me. That's why the CD has a hashtag in it. The cover, the title has hashtag Love Covers. Just write something on there. So hashtag Love Covers. What does that mean in my life? And, there's a lot of people who love our music who don't have health care, who are not covered. And it's not all about health care, but just in general, we're not covering each other. Because if something funny happens at the top, we need to make sure we're covering each other.
Now more than ever.
You don't hear me, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. I was just talking to a mutual friend of ours who happens to be hosting this weekend.
Mr. Marcus?
Mr. Marcus Miller. He was talking about your rendition of "I Will Always Love You." Now
we just I recorded it on the
But you did that with Whitney as well.
I played on the original record with Whitney Houston, which is a long story because she insisted that her band play with her as she sang live to the film. These are two things that she insisted on against the wishes of the director and producers.
I know that.
The reason that I and Paul Jackson Jr. and Ricky Lawson and Ricky Minor, that we're on that record is because Whitney said, my band is all studio musicians. Why are you telling me you're going to do your track and then have me sing to it? She's like, I have my band, basically what she's trying to say, my comfort zone. They pray for me. They lift me up. I want them there because I want to do this live. And they just were not with any of that plan because they're making a movie. The Bodyguard, they got this whole thing planned out. There's makeup, there's wardrobe, lighting, sound.
Sing to this track.
Yeah, they ain't trying to, make a record at the same time. But she's like, I need to do it this way. And apparently there was a reason for that. And I personally believe that God was the reason, that there was something profound about that message. It was a global message, a vertical message from God to us. Saying, I will always love you. And then horizontally, we disseminate that message where we need to love each other like that and always love. Like, doesn't matter. You might make me mad, but you cannot make me stop loving you.
I love that. Well, apparently, even without vocals, you communicated all of that in your saxophone today when you played it.
We recorded it now, an instrumental version on hashtag Love Covers for the first time, and it was rough. I mean, I've shed some tears trying to record that. And every time I play it, I tend to tear up because, you know what, that moment when we played at her funeral, and then they were taking her out and they played that song.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we all just were, just wet rag. We just fell apart because at that moment, I feel like after having played that song for thousands of times, I heard that song for the first time in that moment.
How was it today performing for you again at the Capital Jazz Festival?
Oh, I just love this festival. It's just so much joy for me. I just am antsy from the time I leave home to get here.
Why?
I live in Memphis, and D.C., Maryland, Virginia, all this is such a special place to play. There were stations here that were playing my music long before anybody else, and I can say that about Gerald Albright and Jonathan Butler and a lot of my friends. That man, if you can't get played anywhere, you can get played in D.C. because they're open for something fresh and new.
That's right, especially WHUR. I got to give my radio
Feel
station.
about it.
For real, that's what
I
you're
want to
talking
go there,
about.
but yeah, HUR, you know that they were going to give it a chance and give you a platform. And then this festival comes along, and it feeds into that synergy of like pride in our music and our art and our culture. It's just a beautiful thing. I think another thing I love about this festival is being from down south and having moved back to Memphis. A whole lot of folk in D.C. are from down south. So you get them out here.
That's so true.
There's like honey draws them. You put that music out there and there they come. And I know they're in the audience. So I called them out today. I said, I know you might be from D.C., but either you started out down south or your people are from down south. And they all start laughing.
Somebody's from the south.
You don't hear me.
That's beautiful. All right, so I just love what you do. Your spirit is just as beautiful as your music. Your family is always very involved in your career, which is so important because you're on the road a lot.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to always be disconnected. I know your brother
my brother sings with me. And my wife travels with me a lot now. It just depends, we're empty nest, so when she wants to go, she can go. But right now we got grandkids coming left and right, so she doesn't get away quite as much as usual. But we just finished doing a big thing for my mother's 80th birthday. And it just so happens I know that your mother shares a birthday with
Same
my
day.
mom.
Exactly.
Your mom is a year older than my mom, but mom turned 80 this year, so we had a big celebration. All of us came together, and I'm talking about all, my brother, recording artist. My son plays with Zach Brown, and so my son is touring all over the place. My nephew tours with Maxwell. Another nephew tours with Bruno Mars. So when you see Bruno Mars, you see Cameron Whalum is that dude dancing next to Bruno. And so all these people, we got together on one little we did a record for her. And we will maybe someday put this out, but right now it's just for her.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
What a birthday present.
Mary Helen, celebrating 80 years.
I love it. Happy birthday to Kirk's mom. And what a great way. You've got such a great musical family. Everybody's doing something really big.
I'm grateful. I saw some other members of my family here today. I saw Gerald Albright, Jonathan Butler.
Your musical family.
You know what I'm talking about? Sheila Escobedo. Like, these are my people. And George Duke was our big brother, man. Yes. And he went on to be with God, but
he's here with you spiritually.
Absolutely.
All the time, I'm sure. I kind of wish we had a fashion cam because whenever I see you, you bring it from head to toe. I wish they could see these shoes.
These I don't know, this is kind of platinum or something like
Those
that.
Those are so good.
You just got to have fun with it. That's what we do.
Well, he gave a quick little snippet of the shoe. Kirk, I'm going to let you do what you do. Thank you so much for being a part of the Capitol Jazz Festival. I love you so much.
Yeah.
For Capitol Jazz Festival, I'm Angela Stribling here with Kirk Whalum on Capitol Jazz TV.
Come on!